So we're actually here with our buyers of our new passive house, Frank and Sarah. Thanks for coming and thanks for appreciating what we're doing. And I guess the question I have, and I'm sure these guys want to know too, is what made you interested in the passive house, or was it originally dwell in modern design, and then you happened to be in a position to look at a passive house? I mean, what were your drivers?
Well, yeah, the latter. I mean, we were following you, and we like the design that you're aesthetically speaking. We like how you took something, a modern home and applied yourself to it and made a beautiful home out of it. We love the lines, the volume, the use of light. Okay. And so we've been following you, and then we heard that you were building a micro community. We moved here from the East Coast, and we live with a lot of other people around us, and we love the idea of communities, people who have the same idea, they want to live together, and they can work together to bring a community together, and raise children together, have a community garden. We are very attracted to that, and I think not to know your neighbors is the worst thing you can have. I run out of salt often, then I have to run to the next guy. So we like those two features. And when we met Susan, and you told us about this concept of a passive house. We were like, oh my goodness, this is pretty interesting,
That's when you jumped in, didn't you?
We researched it. We researched it, and
because you guys had dialogue a few times.
Yeah.
No penetrations in the exterior shell.
Great, well-informed questions from a homeowner. Usually people don't even know what it is. But when you start getting those types of technical questions, you know that they're really interested and really into it.
But to come back to the idea of the passive house, and we researched it, and we liked the idea. We thought that not only, so the question always comes up, do you buy an electric car in order to save on gas? Usually the cost of the electric car is much higher than what you would save on actual gas. But if you can drive a better car and live cleanly and be in touch with nature in the sense that you're not contributing CO2. So it made sense for us to live in a better home. We had a choice here, and we are at a junction point where we've been looking for a long time, and we had a choice between bad and worse homes.
So you guys really, it was a conscious choice for you. Once you understood the design and the direction and the community aspect of it, which was your original foot in the door, and the fact that you guys started to understand what the passive house aspect of your home was, I think was kind of put you over the top.
That's right. That's right. This house so much preferable to any other homes. He had the opportunity to be in a house that, we were talking to each other. Oh, he's trying it out. It's a new concept. Does it make sense? I said, well, we know it's going to be double checked, meaning that's not something you promise, but you have to deliver on it because there are checks and balances. You have the Passive House Institute. Whether the frictions are, but there are standards that are in place. There are ways to actually check and make sure mathematically and the model makes sense. So you're starting.
That's why I said I'm targeting passive house, because who knows if we actually because I think we were first. But again, that's why we've done 3 blower door tests before we did insulation and sheetrock, because we wanted to make sure. Each time we did it, but did we really do it? Because we're gonna actually still gotta do siding. Okay, let's do another one. And so, that's the reason why I didn't want to come all the way to the finish line with these guys and say we did it, and then something would have happened. We wouldn't have been able to fix the issue after insulation and sheetrock. So, I think you're right. There are a lot of it's painstakingly detail oriented. This last one, literally, you saw some of the videos. We're walking around looking for little pinholes, And we found 50 little tiny pinholes, which equal a little hole like that. But that was the difference from getting from point 8 to point 6. You know what I mean? So, those things are the things I think that I appreciate. It's just not, building a good home. It's building a really, really, really good home.